In yesterday's video, I spoke about Tyler Durden in the movie Fight Club and ego identification and how you have to detach from the things that you're doing in life and not allow them to define you. Now in today's video, I want to take it a step further than that. And I want people to realize that they should detach from their ego in its entirety. And what this allows you to do is basically be free in every aspect of life. And it's interesting because I think at the end of the day that's something that we all truly want. Not giving a fuck about anyone, not giving a fuck about what they say about you, what they think about you, and truly meaning it. Now this is of course easier said than done, like a lot of things in life. And I think the best thing to, achieve this kind of a mindset is to, fall back on what you know and what you have in life. And basically, it's simply, in its simple said, there's only one variable in life that you can control, and it is you. You only can control you, and everything else is outside of your power. And what that means is that you have no control over what another person thinks or says or does or whatever around or about you. And if you realize that, then it's easier to just let go of whatever they're saying or thinking or doing around you or about you. If you have no impact on it, if you can't control it, why waste your time caring about it? And you can apply this reasoning to every aspect of life. Now, living like this is an easy way to becoming a huge asshole. And I'm not gonna sit here and say that, you should be a nice guy or an asshole. I'm just gonna say that there's power in living carefree about other people because of the mindset, realizing that you don't have control over them, so it's just a waste of time even caring about it. It sets you free and apart. um, and I think it's funny. It's a small story that I want to share here with you guys. When I was in the university a few years back, I had this one guy that I met who wasn't studying, and he was the type of person that really didn't care at all about anyone. And at the time, I really did. I really cared about the image I was, you know, giving forth to people. What would people think of me? I really cared, and he knew that, and he was the type of guy that when we went to a market, to buy some stuff, a shop market, to buy some food or something to drink, whatever. He was the type of guy that would exploit that, knowing that I cared so much. He would just do the absolute craziest shit to embarrass a person in a shop that you could imagine, like legit, like saying the most outrageous thing you could think of. Like when we're at the cashier, to pay for our stuff, he'd say the most ridiculous, embarrassing things that you could imagine. And it always had an impact on me, realizing that he could do that with so much ease. I was standing there turning extremely red, being so embarrassed about the situation, and he was just laughing his ass off at the same time, while he was the one putting us in that situation. And it always, I'm not gonna say it had an impact on me or was traumatizing, but it made me open my eyes a bit more, in a sense, because it really made me see how different everything was for him and me at the time. And in a way, I could say, I saw the power of a mindset like that. But then, of course, like I said before, it's a recipe for becoming an asshole. So choose wisely how you use your knowledge. And that's something that I also want to add, in this video before I wrap things up. You see, knowledge, there's only knowledge. There's no good knowledge and bad knowledge. There's only neutral. It's like a hammer. Think of it like a hammer. A hammer is a tool, and how you use the tool is what makes it good or evil. It's the conscious of the user that makes it good or evil. You could use a hammer. I could use a hammer to run down the street and bash the first random person that I meet his head, and then that would be considered a bad act, and well, then you could see the hammer as a bad thing. But I could use that same hammer and go build a shelter for a homeless guy, and then it would be a deed of good. So that's just something I want to put out there, because at the end of the day, how you use knowledge is up to us. It's like a key, and how you use the key is up to us. Well, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe for more videos in the future, and I'll catch you all later. Peace.